So I think most importantly, other than, getting your glasses from having too much dirt from the creepiness in the city of Seattle, and quite literally the dust from all the new multi-million dollar buildings where people live and have fountains and gyms and heat to keep them warm. Have you ever tried to kill yourself with your hands? No bullets. Not strong enough. Have you ever called the police on someone because you heard words from their mouth in their home next door and knew what they had for letters? Knew what the sounds made? Have you ever spent any time in the 1990s? And what all of this information gets down to is what happens in the hallways in this building, what happens downstairs, what happens over in that neighbor's room, their, room. They don't have an apartment. They don't have, a studio. They have a place in the house where they live and reside called Caroline W. Apartments. By choice and decision and the opportunity that they are taking advantage of and really enjoying has to do with, well, you can't say you're going to kill yourself. You can't even flat out commit suicide. The people are allowed to come and murder and kill. The people are allowed to assault in Seattle, Washington. The people are allowed to sell you the drugs to cause death. But choice and freedom have been restricted so much that the government comes to your door and knocks. The Seattle Police Department, they arrive and they say, with their flashing lights and their big pistols, do you want us to kill you and shoot you and make your heart stop, or do you want to shut your fucking mouth and stop saying fucking? But when you say, okay, please, I'm right here, my head's straight, just put the bullet right through there so it goes out there, and then it goes out there so it doesn't hit the wall over there and make a sound, or the neighbor might make a complaint. She might say something after I die, and I just, didn't want to be rude. And the person who's killing the self in the hallway and downstairs and up, probably on their ceiling where they walk and crawl and use their fingernails to make their consciousness alive. Know, understand, and believe without any hesitation that there is a self in here that needs to get under control. Now, 2020, 17 years later from my start here in Seattle, Washington, have the brain, mind, and body, figure it out better than the psychologist, the psychiatrist, have a better anatomical system and processes than Leonardo da Vinci himself. They don't gotta eat. Well, they just put something in the oven, or the button on the microwave just gets pushed, and they just go. Stupid people like me say stupid stuff like I'm saying now. And the person down the street who's got their activist political slogan warrior outfit and clothing and style are saying these people are correct. Me, the white racist nationalist man who hates gay people, because the person that they're describing is saying what I'm saying now. You know, I'm saying now, I'm saying now, I'm saying now. And they're, and them and they will never, ever give up. They will never stop. Have you ever considered how depressing it would be to not kill yourself? I mean, so much self, so much brilliance. 10 years of neuroscientific research, cognitive research, psychological data and information collected from experiments, psychiatric fucking notes, Carl Jung, Sigmund Freud, the old days, and now ideology, faces, and 200-pound bodies with hijabs, and brains and minds on fucking women, and gender neutral? Have you ever considered a world where women only, men too? So you got men and women only. Planet man, planet woman. Men are shipped there from the woman's planet where they're born. There's a one gender policy on planet woman. Planet men? Well, we on planet men would most likely go kill a fucking buffalo and fucking have a nice warm fucking toasty afternoon with the hide and the hair. Planet woman? You've got to sign up to use the heat in your home. Planet woman, you've got to say the correct sound and do the correct behavior or gesture, or you'll have to go have a baby and you might end up with a man. You might be born into slavery with other women for having a male baby. Not okay. Not correct, totally inappropriate. Planet men, you get yelled at, then you probably made a bad decision. You made the incorrect choice to even say anything. Nobody cares. All you've got to do is gesture and say, hungry. Huge plate of food. Consciousness. Planet woman. Men who come over and say consciousness and have to do this right now and read thousands of books. Go through hundreds of books like these. To be aware. And to have attention to be able to say transcendent mind is the landmark text in the history of Western psychology fast enough to not starve and die from thirst. These planets aren't hypothetical. These are the conditions in Seattle, Washington. These are probably the conditions in this whole state on planet Earth. A place where people call the location a state, a city. Where you from, they say. Where you from, they proclaim. Two sentences with the same exact words and two separate meanings. Racism, for make an example of the second one, because that dialect is protected. It's like hairstyles. You cannot go there, sister. And when you go there, sister, then some brother's just going to come over and go. And then they're going to fucking bring you back to life and make you clean up your mess and then go back to fucking death because you're so fucking treacherous and nasty. Two sentences, same exact words. Planet Men, you only say words when you have to because you might make a mistake and get confused. And when you get confused, you get hungry and have to eat more. You have to drink more water. Planet Woman, you get locked up, you get murdered, you get bullied, and you get assaulted. Planet Woman, no hormones. Planet Men, you've got alpha, delta, theta, beta, Bravo, Charlie, Echo, Yankee, Zulu, and no names. Planet Woman, you've not only got letters and words and names, you've got descriptions, you've got explanations, and you've got artistic faces named artistic faces. Planet Woman, you have time, you have seasons, you have beauty, and everything around the world is beautiful. Planet Men, you've got bone broth on the stove to keep warm because the women from Planet Women don't provide energy to heat a dwelling. Planet Men, huts, tiny houses, camps, tents. Planet Woman, houses, trailer parks, RVs. Two descriptions of the same human. In the terms, in the language necessary to not get harassed, hurt, bloodied, and maybe have to go to the hospital to get treated. Stitches, surgeries, reconstruction from humans. Humans. Human male, human woman. Racism. Racist, not racist. Racist, not racist. Racist, bearded white man who has an All Lives Matter shirt, not racist. The end.